And next track we would go to the Daytona infield, the Daytona sports car circuit. So I had the infield layout for the GT3 cars to really get the advantage there. Because if we just went to Daytona, well, obviously the NASCARs would win. They have a high top speed, and well, the GT cars would have no try to win at all. Ignore all the smoke. It does end up finishing. I tried my best to get it to go. I did get it a lot lower than what it was, but it does about a lap or two into it, it does stop. I do get sideways again in my GT car. My Bentley, it wasn't the most grippy car ever, which really took me by surprise, but hey ho. And through this left-hander, the NASCARs on the RSR could take a flat out, but if you saw me, when I tried to take that flat out, it would just be impossible. So I really was at a disadvantage there. But we're now side by side. It's a 1-2 for the NASCARs or 3-4 for the GT cars. And sadly, we are now coming on to the incline bit of it. So obviously the NASCARs would get an advantage, and we would have to wait for the big braking zone where we knew our GT cars would do so much better because it could just get on the brakes a lot easier, a lot better, a lot quicker, all of that. And so I'm not going to make you wait for that because it's going to take forever. And it was about a lap or two ahead, which we would find that the RSI would manage to get the position on the NASCAR, on the number 18 NASCAR. The 458 would have a massive accident and it would promote me up to 3rd place. And now the NASCAR is trying to find a way ahead of the GT car. But the GT car, like we know, the RSI is better handling it, is better at doing all of the cornery business at the sports car layout. So it's not like it's going to have much advantage. The NASCAR would have much advantage because as we come onto the back straight for the first time, the RSI would be up ahead. The RSI would have the advantage, but obviously we know that the NASCAR is just going to get past it. It's just going to get ahead of it. It's got a high top speed, and there's nothing we can do about that. That is just how the cars are tuned. We did not do any upgrades to these. Are completely bone stock. So yeah, the NASCAR would just walk past the RSR coming into the hairpin, and it would get the position and stay ahead for a while. And so when it come to the end of the large braking zone, the RSR was again up and on the rear end of the number 18, the Snickers, the very chocolatey sponsored car, and it would now get the position on the hairpin and literally take the position with a bite of chocolate. No, but the GT3 car, I don't know what happened with the cones there. The cones literally just exploded. You can still see them going flying around the bloody, but they just exploded, and I have no idea why. But anyway, my Bentley was now on the rear end of the number 18. I would have a massive lockup as if it weren't on the brake. I would have to panic brake, and it would just, I'd slam my brakes and have a huge lockup. The RSI was now pretty far ahead of the number 18 when it came to the straight. So, well, for the curve, for the banking. So, it would have a decent lead. But again, the 18 would just pull it in. And that's what this would always happen. We would have an advantage coming onto the back straight, onto the curve, and the NASCAR would just pull it in. So, it was really, how far ahead could we get the GT car before it would have to come to the banking. And look, there's the 18 gone again, and the RSR is just trying to get into a slipstream. However, I would have an accident, and that would drop me in the in a stray for with the 458, and I would now have to try my best to try and find a way past this the 458 car, but obviously it had high top speed, so that wasn't going to happen. It would now be a big battle between us two, but I couldn't do anything about it. It would be hard on. Actually, no, this is the end of the race even. The RSI would take first, the 18 would take second, number 4 would take third, and I'll take fourth. Now we come to the Sebring Club Circuit. Now, that car guy 458 said we should take this, and we took this as a little bit of an advantage. If you know that car guy 458, you would know on his channel he does a review series, and his test track is the Sebring Club Circuit. So, we needed the advantage. It was now 1-1. It was the best of 3, so it was whoever won this race would win the championship overall. Ignore the smoke again. I it's just Forza Replays being Forza Replays, and I can't do anything about it. It does stop pretty quickly, like now there's no more here, but that's okay. And so, with me knowing that this was a track for that car guy 458, I literally just pulled over, I let him have the inside line, and let him pass. I would defend the number 18 car and let the RSR gain as much of a gap as possible. Unluckily, the 18 would get its nose up ahead, which would mean I'd have to take a really wonky angle, and well, that happened. We'd have a crash almost instantly, and it would demote me down to a last place, and the RSR was still in first. Luckily, the number 18 also had a crash, which was why the reason I crashed, because I got a little bump from the NASCAR, the 18, and you know, that's how it goes. But a little later on, we just kind of, it was like this. The 18 would stay ahead, and you know, I couldn't get past it. But a little later on, the 18 would pull a little bit of a gap. The 458 car would fall back, and I would now be in its clutches. I would have to try and make a gap to this car. Like, I'd have to try and get a position over on this car. Although the RSR is miles in ahead, so there was no way we was going to lose this. I just wanted to see how far I could get my Bentley up the order. I took the 458 car on the inside, coming into the final lap into this the chicane. And now you can see I'm pulling away, but the NASCAR were coming onto the straightest bit, and the NASCAR had the slipstream, it had the advantage, it had all this that would let it get the position. But I would defend the inside very, very well. Track around the outside, it would not work around that long bend. And here we go, we're coming up to the final section of the track now. This is a corner I could never, ever, the final corner I could never ever get right, which is where the number 458 car would have to try and gain an advantage on me, because that's the only place he could really get it. And coming now, I'm still defending with my life. The RS had already crossed the finish line, so had the number 18 car. So the GT3 cars did take victory at this race, but now can the 458 car take an advantage on me for this final sector here? No, it couldn't, but it was now the drag race to the end, and the Bentley would take victory. So as you see, that's the 18. So, there you have it. What's better out of NASCAR and GT3? Unsurprisingly, it's the GT3. And if you want to take a GT3 car, take the RSR, not the Bentley, because the RSR is pretty grippy, it's damn fast, and it's good around a circuit. The Bentley is much quicker on a straight line, but it doesn't have the rear end grip to go with it. Anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this challenge and want to see more challenges like this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below for more. Comment what other challenges you want us to do. There might be, well, there will be a challenge for BMW M Sport vs AMG coming up very, very soon as well. So make sure you look out for that. And I hope you guys enjoy. That's it from me, Tim Hyper, signing out.